Welcome back as we now look at ways to make indirect or transfer measurements. To make transfer measurements, we must use instruments called calipers, and we'll also need our engineer's rule. In our first example, we'll measure the thickness of this piece of metal using this caliper, which is called an outside caliper. It is called an outside caliper because it is designed to be used over the outside surfaces of workpieces. To begin, the caliper must be adjusted to open the gap between the two tips until they can be placed across the object to be measured. Next, we carefully and gently move the caliper over the surfaces and screw the adjuster until we feel the tips lightly scraping the workpiece. This is all done gently with your fingers only. Next, we carefully take the caliper off the work and take it to the steel rule. One caliper tip is now placed against the flat end of the rule. Then, laying the caliper as flat as possible, line up the other tip to your 0.5 millimeter rule scale and read the rule at the point where one of the rule scale lines is in line with the caliper tip. Outside calipers are also very useful if you want to measure a diameter, which is not possible to do directly with your rule. The caliper must be adjusted whilst you lift and lower the tips over the surfaces of the workpiece. When you feel the tips just scraping as they move over the shaft, then stop adjusting and take the caliper off. Now, as we did earlier, transfer the caliper to your steel rule, and then read the shaft diameter at the tip of the caliper leg. Practice in your workplace using an outside caliper to make transfer measurements. After the break, we'll demonstrate the use of an inside caliper.